Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this format. Yeah, so a couple of things, changes a little bit. For the next couple of weeks or the foreseeable future, we're going to be doing virtual classes again, which, we'll come back to formats like this. I really do want your input on classes you would like to know more about. Um, it's, uh, it's good for me to know the things that you want to learn about. Especially just during this short time that we're going to be. A letter was sent out a while ago. I've been away, obviously, for personal reasons, but I'm glad to be back. Um, but I do want to continue with these classes, and like I said, I would like your suggestions for classes. But for the foreseeable future, this is the format that we're going to be taking for just a while. But again, any classes you all want. So I figure let's just start things off with a class today, which was on a holiday, it's more facts and a little bit of history about Labor Day, because not a lot of people know about Labor Day. It's one of the least recognized about and forgotten the corner holidays of the year. Is one that seems to appreciate only after realizing it affords us 3-day weekend 1 September here. So here are some things that you might not know about Labor Day. So again, Labor Day, it was yesterday. A lot of people really just like to kind of take that holiday and just make it a holiday. And they're very happy to have that holiday just because it's a 3-day weekend. And a lot of times, what it's considered, it's a break just from the year. Like during the summertime, just to have, hey, it's summertime, got things I got to do. So, it's nice to have this break. So, here are some things. The first Labor Day celebration was September 5th, 1882 in New York City. Now, I am going to be sending out a quiz on this. Not all of this will be in the quiz, so some of it can be personal research, but that'll be the second part of the day to get us back into the swing of everything. But yeah, so the first Labor Day celebration was September 5th, 1882 in New York City. On that Thursday, 10,000 citizens marched for labor rights down the streets of Manhattan. During this time, the average American worked 13 hours a day, 6 days a week, which is a lot. It wasn't until the Adamson Act passed on September 3rd, 1916, that our modern 8-hour workday was established. So if you think, that went from 12 hours, so an extra 4 hours a day, and an extra day a week. I think they only let you have Sundays off for, religious purposes. But then, they adopted the 5-day work week, 8 hours a day, 40 hours. Yeah, man. The holiday is often confused with May Day. So most other countries celebrate International Workers' Day or May Day instead of Labor Day. The entire concept is the same, but it is celebrated on May 1st around the globe. So, of course, us being the U.S., we do it differently. The theory about why we can't wear white after Labor Day is highly debated. So this is something, I don't know, it's one of those fun facts that people do say it's like faux pas that you're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day. Why? Here's what I've heard, and this is before I give you the fun fact, is that it's summertime, and so it's not feasible to wear white because the grass is green. If you're out, you're going to get grass stains and things like that, so white is not the best color. But let's see, it's highly debated. So there are hypotheses about the origin of the no white after Labor Day directive. The first theory disagreed upon by many, is based on class distinction in the early 1900s. It could have been, although white clothing was clearly an upper class luxury, after the Civil War it became harder to distinguish women coming from old money or new money. Um, Old money being money that's been in families for years and years and years. New money are people who were prospering after, and made money and with different innovations. The higher class ladies then made inane fashion rules to weed out those who were out of place. Well, the second theory speaks to a more practical approach by pointing out that Memorial Day and Labor Day bracketed the summer season, and therefore lighter, summery white clothes were no longer needed. Which goes in complete contrast to, well, unless they mention the green lawns, but it goes into complete contrast with what we say to wear loose fit, lighter clothing during the summertime to beat the heat. So that was the second theory. The last theory has to do with popular fashion magazines. May have begun promoting fall clothing after Labor Day, and the trend was picked up. Whatever the reason may be, it's safe to say the fashion rule is kaput. Just listen to Michael Kors. So Michael Kors says, ignore the old rules. White after Labor Day is glamorous. Oh, so that guy said that. So let's listen to that guy. Next up, Labor Day ironically causes some of the longest working hours for retail workers. So working in stores, things like that. So Labor Day weekend is notorious for having crazy sales. But unfortunately, this means that retail workers, a faction that makes up 66% of the country's employment system, have to work longer hours on a day, specially dedicated to labor appreciation. In fact, many other professionals are expected to work on Labor Day, as well as including correctional officers, police officials, firefighters, nurses, and more. So it's not like we can take the entire day off. So enjoy it if it's one of those holidays that you can. If it is something that you have to work on, and for some reason you're in a state that does celebrate, that's part of then, maybe get paid time and a half. I'm hoping everybody gets paid time and a half. That's in that category. Labor Day is the official end of hot dog season. We're serious. It's recorded as such on the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council website. Well, maybe, again, this is, well, not why you shouldn't wear white, but maybe because they're like, well, you might spill a hot dog on yourself, and mustard doesn't come out of anything, especially white clothing. And the second most dangerous holiday weekend to drive on U.S. highways. This is good to know. According to CBS News, there were 308 casualties over Labor Day weekend between 2011 to 2015, following closely behind Memorial Day's 312. So lost by 4. These particular holidays designate the beginning and ending of summer, where excitement is heightened and young people tend to be more reckless on the road. Darn youngsters. The holiday also symbolizes other endings and beginnings. Yes, Labor Day is the official end of summer. Doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it. But, and the end of the hot dog season, but it is also the beginning of the NFL season. Every NFL kickoff game has started the weekend after Labor Day. So look forward to that. If you like football. Labor Day is the end of white pants but the beginning of black pants, and it's also unfortunately the end of 3-day weekends until November. Well, we'll get over it. There was a lot more. Sorry, this is a short one. Okay, well, that is the end of this one. So I will be sending out a quiz later on. And a few topics of discussion. Of course, please send in stuff, classes, and things like that you would like to see more of. Also, we have some safety trainings that we need to get caught up on, so we'll be doing that, of course. And yeah, those are always fun, but they're also very useful, especially with the upcoming year, and we have a chance to actually catch up on them. And remember, the main reason that we use this format, using YouTube and things like that, is because it includes everybody in the group. So I want to make sure that everybody's included and nobody's left out at all. I sent out a text yesterday, but I just want to remind everybody that, let's make sure that that we can in our group gets to be part of everything in some way. So we'll continue with this, but again, I would like to continue with classes that you're interested in, not just safety trainings. And of course, we also have COVID trainings, because apparently there's more booster information that I didn't know about, which might be useful to some people, depending. But at least you can tell family and friends, it's good to keep people updated. It's this new variant. I was talking to one of the people that work here. They call it the Houdini variant. It just seems to be affecting everybody, gets through kind of everything, and it can last quite some time. So be careful out there. Continue to wear masks, PPE, personal protective equipment. All of that is still very, very much important and in swing until, we can really get back. But take care of yourselves. Make sure you're taking breaks. If you're not feeling well, let me know if there's anything that I can do. But again, we'll be doing things virtually, so that will help kind of keep us safe during this time. So I look forward to seeing you all again in person. I miss hanging out with y'all. We have good times, a lot of laughs, things like that. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you again. All right, that's it for me for now. Ciao, everybody.